So, Real Madrid were eager to bring back Cristiano Ronaldo, but it appears that they prefer signing another player ahead of their all-time leading goalscorer. Erling Haaland is going to cost a lot of money. We'll tell you how much and who could sign him. We've got tons of stuff we really want to talk about, some news stories to talk about, some musings, and of course, we love to get things off our chest. So sit tight, watch the entire video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the little bell icon to always stay in the loop. Ain't no sunshine in London. Remember that one time when former Man United and Man City striker admitted that he found England's weather horrible? Alright, it does rain a lot here, but come on, it's not as if players of the modern era don't have the financial capacity to get their summer bodies on in Ibiza or on any other sunny beach. Now, Jorginho has been something of a revelation ever since Thomas Tuchel arrived at Chelsea, with the Italian getting more and more confident with each game. The Brazil-born midfielder arrived at Stamford Bridge back in 2018, alongside Maurizio Sarri from Napoli. Ever since he arrived, there had been talk of the player returning to the Serie A, and it appears that the experienced midfielder is actually finding it hard to adjust to the inclement conditions in Britain. Speaking to Canale 21, the former Napoli man admitted that he misses the city of Naples, and even went on to say that the Londoners don't know what sun is. The 29-year-old's contract runs through to 2023, and the player's agent has admitted that his client might go to Napoli for a second stint. And his latest comments are definitely going to make Chelsea's hierarchy think if it's beneficial to keep a rather unhappy player at the club for long. What do you think? Do you think it's fair for a player to complain about a country's weather, especially when they're being paid so well? Do you think Jorginho went a little bit too far? Guardiola and Aguero don't see eye to eye. With his contract set to expire in June, Sergio Aguero's trophy-laden career at Man City is definitely coming to an end. The Argentine international has been a loyal servant to the club, but due to fitness concerns, the citizens are clearly hesitant about renewing him. And with Barcelona and Juventus circling, Aguero is in a position where he wouldn't really mind if Pep Guardiola shows a lack of effort on his part to hold on to him. The two men are reportedly not seeing eye to eye, but it's not as if the relationship between these two is far from cordial. Guardiola is apparently willing to offer the veteran striker fresh terms, but will leave the decision to the player himself. In our opinion, it's perhaps time for the former Atletico Madrid man to leave the Etihad. City are slowly moving towards a new era, and Aguero doesn't look like he's going to be a part of it. Regardless, whenever he leaves, Aguero deserves to be given a great sending off for being such an immense presence in everything the team has achieved in the last decade. Icardi not going anywhere. When you're a player at Paris Saint-Germain, you know what you signed up for. The French giants are always looking to add more big names to the squad, and with so much depth, only a few players can consider themselves undroppable. Neymar and Kylian Mbappe, for instance, are unlikely to be dropped when they're available. The same can't be said of the rest of the players, including Mauro Icardi, who signed for the Parisians on a permanent basis last summer after initially impressing on loan. There have been suggestions that he could be on the move again in the next window, but the Argentine striker feels differently. Speaking to the club's official website, the former Inter Milan man said that he's honoured to be a part of the club and is in a team that wins trophies, hinting that he has no reason to leave Parc des Princes. Let's hope that the management feels the same way. Harry Kane unhappy with teammates. Tottenham striker Harry Kane looks like he's at his wits' end at the club. The England international continues banging in goals, but no matter how well he performs, the striker's side always seems to not fight for top honours. A player of Kane's ability should be fighting for trophies, and sadly, this isn't the case at Tottenham, who, in a rather horrendous effort, were dumped out of the Europa League by Dinamo Zagreb. Spurs are also struggling to finish inside the top four and have a League Cup final to look forward to. But based on current form, we're not sure if Jose Mourinho's men are going to be able to win that trophy. And Kane, who's currently on England duty, has admitted that the team dropped its standards and that the attitude was never right in the first place. Spurs are definitely not world beaters at the moment, and the longer it continues, the more Kane will be convinced that his future lies away from the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Okay, so we did talk about it early in the video, and perhaps it's time for us to take things up a notch. The chase for Haaland. Alright then, who thinks that Erling Haaland will leave Borussia Dortmund at the end of the current campaign? Go on, raise your hands. The Norwegian striker has been on fire ever since he moved to the Signal Iduna Park. The youngster keeps scoring goals, and we don't even want to imagine where his team would be had it not been for his goals. Dortmund are not in great shape, and the fact that they still have a good chance to make it into the top 4 and play Champions League football next season is all because of Haaland's goals. Marco Rose will be coming to Dortmund next season, but the current Borussia Mönchengladbach manager might be looking at another player to deliver the goods for him. Haaland is the hottest commodity in football at the moment, and it's no longer surprising that all of Europe's elites are chasing his signature. He's got a lot of options on the table, and it's only a matter of time before he signs for a big team. According to reports in Europe, Borussia Dortmund have set an eye-watering €180 million valuation on their star striker. There's a release clause in the player's contract that allows him to leave for less in 2022, but it's clear that no club wants to wait that long, and the Germans are looking to fully exploit the situation. In the current market, not a lot of teams can stump up that much cash. Joachim Watzke has proven to be a tough negotiator. Ask Man United and their troubles in landing Jadon Sancho. The likes of Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barcelona and Bayern Munich are all interested, but we're sure that no one can pay that amount for one player at once, especially when we know how bad football finances are at present. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has known his fellow countrymen for a long time, but that might not be enough. Chelsea need a striker too, but will Roman Abramovich sanction such a hefty fee? Barcelona don't have the money, and even a 5-year installment plan seems like a joke. Real Madrid might want to go for Haaland, but they also have other targets in sight. Bayern Munich always seem to steal players from fellow Bundesliga sides. They signed Robert Lewandowski on a free when his contract at Dortmund expired. Manchester City might see Haaland as a long-term replacement for Sergio Aguero. Wow, the case of Haaland is simply amazing. The youngster is torn for choice, but he's in a strong position. Time will tell who will land the Wunderkind eventually, but one thing is for sure, whoever wins his signature will have tons of negotiating to do. CR7 or Mbappe? Well, Real Madrid have been linked with the reported welcome back party for Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portugal legend's spell at Juventus is being called underwhelming despite his haul of goals. The argument is that he didn't win the club a Champions League title. So now, the veteran forward is expected to leave Turin, and once he does that, he'll have a load of places he could go. Man United might want him given his history at Old Trafford. David Beckham might see him as the perfect face for his MLS franchise Inter Miami. Real Madrid have acute goal-scoring issues. If Karim Benzema doesn't perform, nobody else steps up. What happens when the Frenchman starts struggling? And while Zinedine Zidane might welcome the possibility of having Ronaldo play under him again, the decision might not be his to make. Reportedly, Los Blancos' hierarchy believe that bringing back Ronaldo to the Santiago Bernabeu might be risky given his age. Instead, the club is keen to build for the future and see Kylian Mbappe as the man for that. The Frenchman has done all there is to be done in France, and with just a year left on his contract with PSG, he might want to leave. The French outfit might even want to cash in once it becomes abundantly clear that their star player doesn't want to stay for long. Mbappe, understandably, would love to play under Zidane, a man he admired growing up. Moreover, Real Madrid are already planning on raising cash this summer by selling a few of their players, such as Lucas Velasquez, Brahim Diaz, Gareth Bale, and even Martin Ødegaard. If they're able to sell a few players, the reigning Spanish champs might have enough cash to finance that move. Of course, Mbappe won't come cheap, but at the end of the day, signing a player like Mbappe would set up the team for the next decade. The youngster is unlikely to slow down, he's the real deal, and he already boasts quite a spectacular CV. So why go for Ronaldo when you can actually sign a player almost half his age? Alright, so that was our news roundup for today. Let us know what you think about some of these rumours, especially the one involving Haaland. Which club do you think can afford his transfer fee? Of course, more stories will continue developing, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned to all our updates.